Hey family and friends, welcome back to the Chaotic Kitchen, where tonight we are going to be making, or try to be making, smothered pork steaks. Now we got this whole package here for $7.36, and that's good because there's 4 of them in there and it's got to feed 5 people. So let's get started. You're going to want to get you a skillet, you're going to want to get it heated up on medium to high. We're going to add a couple of tablespoons of bacon grease. You can use olive oil or butter if you want. I'm just going to go ahead and use some bacon grease. Let that get heated up. Go ahead, and I just washed my hands. We're going to go ahead and get our pork steaks open here. These still have the bone in them. Also, go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Okay. Okay. So we're going to start with patting them down to dry them off. We want to make sure our seasonings are going to stick. Okay. We're going to go ahead and add seasonings. Now you can go as simple as just salt and pepper. I may have to do just a couple of these at a time. I don't know. I may have to cut them in half, but we'll see. All right, let's try and put one of these in here. Oh, I got to finish seasoning it. I got some paprika. All right, and of course we have some garlic powder. Onion powder. And some chili powder. Okay, so I did have to cut these. I'm going to go ahead and put these in on the side that we seasoned. We're going to 2 to 3 minutes each side, or just until it's got a good, sear on it. I'm going to put it I'm going to have to do this in a couple of batches here. But anyway, once that's the side down that we seasoned, we are going to go ahead and re-season it. Doesn't matter any particular order. And it's okay if your seasonings fall off into the pan. It's going to help go into the gravy that we're going to make here in a minute. Okay, so some more onion powder. Garlic. Paprika. Garlic. Like I said, go ahead and let that sear for 2 to 3 minutes each side. And I'm going to wash my hands. We'll be right back. Okay, so I'm ready to flip these for the first time. Okay, and we've got that good color on there. Go ahead and turn those over carefully so you don't flash yourself. And it's okay if these aren't cooked all the way through. They're going to continue to bake in the oven. So I did say it, but just in case, go ahead and set your oven to 350 degrees. We're going to do this side for another 2 to 3 minutes, and then we're going to put them in our 9x13 casserole dish that we already have prepared. And I'm going to continue to do that with this batch. Okay, so we got all of our pork steaks seared up really nice. Look at how seared up that is. Next, we are going to make a gravy. And to do that, though, we want to slice up some onions. So we're just going to slice them up thin. Okay, and if you don't have enough grease left in your pan, you can add in a tablespoon or 2 of butter. And I'm going to try this on medium low to begin with. Okay, now that we fixed that debacle, we are going to try this on a medium-low. And I do have about 2 tablespoons of butter here I'm going to add in here. And then we're just going to add in our sliced onions. Go ahead and kind of pop them out. Let's get them in there. We're going to let these go for 2 to 3 minutes until they start to get soft. If you have mushrooms, would be even better, but I don't have any. Okay, and once you get all your onions in there, okay, next we want to, I've got a measuring cup here. We're going to add in 2 cups of beef broth. And if you don't have beef broth, you can use chicken broth. I'm going to use 1 packet of brown gravy mix. Just going to dump that right in here. Give that a good little mix. Okay, so let's give this a little bit of a stir. I'm going to kick this to a medium-high. We're going to let these get soft and caramelized, and then we're going to add in our broth. And remember, it should still have some of those seasonings in here that fell off the pork steaks when we season the second side. Okay, so we're going to just let those go for just a couple minutes. Get this out of the way for a minute. Pull these over here. Okay. So like I said, go ahead and give these a couple of minutes to probably about 5 to 6 minutes to get soft. Okay, so our onions have been going for a couple minutes, starting to get soft. We're going to go ahead and add in our brown gravy mix. Get it all in there. And since I have such a large amount here, we're going to see that I may end up using another packet of gravy, which I don't have brown gravy mix. I just have the Au Jus, so we'll see. It says it should take this about 2 to 3 minutes to thicken. So we're going to let this go for a couple minutes and let it thicken. Okay, so it is starting to boil, but I think it needs to be a little thicker, so I am going to add a packet of Au Jus. I would add another packet of brown gravy, but I don't have it. So hopefully this doesn't mess everything up. We'll see. It says another cup of broth. But I know we're going to add in a tablespoon or 2 of Worcestershire sauce. Give that another mix. And I'm making some homemade mashed potatoes and gravy, so I want this gravy to be nice and thick. So let that go ahead and simmer together for a couple more minutes, and then we're going to have the comedy hour of trying to get it onto our pork steaks. Okay, so our sauce has thickened up. I kept wondering what those little dark spots in here were. It's the gravy. I ended up having to use my whisk. Nothing else was working, so had to use my whisk. Anyway, it's gotten thickened up finally, and it's all mixed in there. Now comes the comedy hour. I want to get this in here and try to not get it on myself and all over everywhere else. So, and if you hear the lawnmower, that's because my husband's out there mowing the lawn. All right. I did it. And you want to try to, if you got pieces on top, make sure that it's getting the underneath. You want all those pork chops submerged into this gravy mixture. And of course, if you haven't trashed your kitchen and got it all over your cabinets and everything else, then we must not be doing it right. But I did, so I must be doing it right. Okay. All joking aside, we're going to cover this up and we're going to put it in our 350-degree oven covered for 35 to 45 minutes. And we are going to check it at probably 35 to 40 minutes. And if it's not done, we're going to let it cook a little longer. So we'll be back to see how it is. Okay, so this actually cooked for quite a bit longer than I thought. And that's okay. But that's why I'm telling you all, and I will also have it down, the time and everything down in the description, along with the recipe and ingredients, everything else. Like I said, I did go ahead and make some sides, macaroni and cheese, and made some corn, homemade mashed potatoes, and we're going to put this gravy on top of these potatoes. So let's get us a small piece here. My cats are smelling it. Mmm. Have some onions on there. Get this out of the way. Man, this smells so good in here. Get some, oh, there's enough of that gravy. All right, get some salt and pepper. Drop her fork. It's okay, I got a spare. All right, let's, I probably don't even need this, but nope. I could have cut that with my fork. Okay. Mmm. Mmm, that's so good. That's nice and tender. Mmm. I like that on top of the mashed potatoes. That's really good. I hope you guys get to try this. Let me know if you do. And that brings us to the end of this video. If you're enjoying the channel any at all, please give us a like, a comment, let us know where you're at. Share it with your friends and family, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.